It's that time of the month again where we have a new daily login reward character, and this time it's Dengar. And for our monthly tinfoil hat speculation video, we have none other than the greatest speculator of all time, MobileGamer. Give him a round of applause, people. Oh my goodness, we actually talked a lot about this. We've been getting a lot of questions about this, so we're making a video today kind of speculating as to why Dengar is the monthly login reward. And would you agree with me that so far, at least this year, every single month, the monthly login reward has meant something for Galaxy of Heroes?
Yes. And when we think about Dengar, I can only think it refers to two periods in the Star Wars universe. Is that 5-second scene in Empire Strikes Back, and then he did a lot of episodes in the Clone Wars.
Right.
That's
a younger
the
version
cartoon
of him.
series. So
right.
That's the two periods that it could be referencing to.
And because of those two periods, we actually have a wide variety of speculative thoughts we want to share with you guys. And in the meantime, we want to show you how they do against a variety of arena teams here. And to kind of say if there is some bounty hunter stuff later on this month, what would be helpful for the bounty hunter factions, because we both
throw
agree.
Greedo in there, or you gonna run Probe Droid?
We'll do okay, because this first team, if you haven't seen MobileGamer's video, it's actually a very interesting territory wars team here. Well, the next team will do a full bounty hunter team, but this team you're showing is a full scoundrel team, and there's only a very select few teams that we've done that can easily win, such as Thrawn or Jedi Training Raid. But if you have some like weird teams like this, it's bounty hunters struggle against us, and we both think that at the minimum, a full scoundrel team shouldn't have a hard time, or the bounty hunter team shouldn't have a hard time against a full scoundrel team. But for some reason, it's very hard. Why don't you just really quickly explain what's going on in this team, and then we'll kind of talk more about it.
Well, firstly, L3 is really annoying. She does two things. If you don't attack her, she gets 15% turn meter. So if you do an AoE and hit everybody, she goes to 100%. And if you do attack her, she cleanses a random scoundrel. So this whole team is random, is scoundrels, right? And so she's going all the time. She's taunting all the time. She's gaining health, doing some ridiculous things. And then you got Vandor Chewbacca over there. When he has prepared, basically he'll revive any of those light side scoundrels. So if you don't kill him first, you're kind of screwed. And then if he has a positive status effect, well, you could do it right there.
If he has prepared, if I take out someone else, he'll just revive them. So we have to take out Chewbacca.
If you blow up anybody else, they would revive right there because they're prepared.
The reason why we're bringing this up is because you would think that a full bounty hunter team shouldn't have troubles with a full scoundrel team. And I feel like even after the rework we got back in March, was it, for bounty hunters, as well as the as well as the addition of boss, they struggle against a full scoundrel team. And I feel like that should be at the minimum their core strength. We don't expect them to be like the best meta-defining team in the world, but at least a full scoundrel team.
They're trying to make the bounties hunter a little better, but they're largely, in my opinion, the bounty hunter rework was underwhelming.
It was underwhelming. So this kind of leads into our first point. Maybe the Dengar login reward could be like bounty hunter rework 2.0. Maybe not so much a 2.0, but mainly, as we saw, Cad Bane and Zam Wessel didn't get a rework, and we know that Dengar has some Clone Wars era affiliation. So does this maybe mean that those two characters might be the next set to get a rework of some sort? Because maybe Cad Bane would be helpful, but I don't. So that's kind of a theory number one here.
Well, there's two ways that you can go with Dengar. Like I said, the Empire Strikes Back, which I don't think it was, because that's kind of what this rework was, right? And so we got Bosk and. That would be for what, Zuckuss and Forlom. I don't really know. They all shared like 1-minute clips in the video.
Yeah, it's really
I don't think it was reference to that. I think it's reference to Clone Wars, and the reason for that is that Dave Filoni is going to release and produce seasons 7 and 8 at least of Clone Wars. Clone Wars was saved, so I think it's a tie-in with that. And Dengar was in the Clone Wars, and he was affiliated with a lot of other bounty hunters. He even had a ship.
Yes, that's another,
and then like a character like Aurora Singh, she's been in like art and the game files for 3 years now. Since the game came out, she's been around for a long time as a possible character. I think it leans towards that direction rather than the other direction. What do you think?
Probably be something more up the Clone Wars alley, perhaps. And he also had a ship, so maybe this means that we're gonna get some bounty hunter ships, because really the only bounty hunter ship we have right now is Boba Fett. Is that right?
Right, only Boba Fett, and I think IG-88 had a ship. I think they all had ships.
Yeah,
like,
they all. I mean, that's their job. Yeah, they're like hitmen.
Yeah.
Hitmen have their own cars,
yeah,
right?
So so there's a lot of opportunity for ships. But I know Dengar had a ship, and I pulled it up in the live stream. Boy, you're having a hard time here too. My goodness.
Yeah, I mean, they're just I don't know how to rate a Bounty Hunter faction right now. Like I feel like a B team is a little too high to rate them. I mean, granted, I'm autoing them right now, but
no, I would not put them in a B
they're
category.
They're not horrible, but they're not great right now. That's my thing with them at the moment. I mean,
the problem I had with Bounty Hunters in the rework is that the contracts were oftentimes challenging to get to go off.
Bosk has the easiest one, in my opinion, to do.
Yeah, Bosk was the easiest, but but even if whoever goes first, sometimes they get stuck behind a taunt. What if Nest goes first?
Yeah.
That's not good. You know what I mean? That's not good. So, and then when the contract goes off, it doesn't feel like Illuminated Destiny.
No, it should. It should feel like Illuminated Destiny. Yeah, that's
I mean, it's so challenging for the contract to go off, and if the bonuses were almost doubled, it would have been better. I mean, it doesn't, because Illuminated Destiny is scary. Illuminated Destiny goes off, and you're like, oh my goodness, you know what I mean? But that's not with the contract, so maybe there'll be something different.
Yeah, so like the only way I could really see Bounty Hunters getting better is if they did a rework where they added some new characters. Because they're close to where they can become a good arena team, but they're still far ways away from it. I think it just has to come down to like the next point of speculation I had was maybe what there's a legendary bounty hunter event, and there's a bunch of characters that I could speculate where bounty hunters are needed.
Jango Fett. We haven't talked about Jango Fett yet. You know what I mean? Jango Fett.
Yes, because as we said, Dengar has some Clone War attachments. Jango Fett is the most iconic bounty hunter, I'd want to argue, from the Clone Wars era. And maybe they'll do like a full bounty hunter team needed to unlock a character like Jango Fett, or something else I kind of thought of was what if...
Do you really think they would make Jango Fett a legendary character?
Yeah, I 100% think they would make Jango Fett a legendary character. I think he's the most legendary bounty hunter. I mean, that's like when you, even for laymen, if you ask, think of a bounty hunter, they probably either say Jango Fett or Boba Fett. I feel like those are kind of the two options. I feel like Jango Fett would be a legendary event. If it's not, if they did a marquee event, I think I'd be really sad, because I feel like marquee events...
I mean, I think he's better than marquee, but when I think of legendary characters, I'm thinking of, Revan in Jedi Luke, that type of character.
Maybe. I mean, I'm not saying Jango Fett's as important as them, but I don't know. I just feel like his notoriety kind of brings him up to that level of where he could be like a really cool character to have for a legendary. Because I don't know. I feel like he's a very hyped up bounty hunter. I'm not saying he's the greatest bounty hunter of all time, but for sure he's legendary. He's got a lot of notoriety behind him. I don't know. For me, I think it would be kind of cool to have a legendary bounty hunter event to unlock Jango Fett. But then another idea that we kind of had is, okay, let's say it's not Jango Fett. Another cool character that would be that'd be kind of a nice addition to the game. What if they did some sort of like a Jabba the Hutt legendary event, or some special event where you gotta complete like various challenges / contracts in the game, and maybe that leads you up to a Jabba the Hutt type of character that kind of acts like Hermit Yoda, for example. Because Jabba the Hutt...
Wait, wasn't that how it was in like Battlefront 1?
Battlefront 1, what they had are the 2014, 2015 Battlefront. They had it where you did challenges. It was called like Jabba the Hutt's contracts or something. When you completed his contracts, when you completed them, you would unlock various attachments, weapons, upgrades, and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, this team's getting obliterated right now. But yeah, that'd be kind of cool though, doing like a Jabba the Hutt, Hermit Yoda style character, where you don't need a legendary event, but kind of make it kind of fun, where you complete contracts within Galaxy of Heroes or challenges specifically for bounty hunters that would unlock Jabba the Hutt, because he's kind of the legendary the underworld boss. So that'd be kind of cool. Have a lot of scoundrel synergies.
I don't think I could see them doing some sort of raid boss with Jabba the Hutt or some sort of contract thing, but as far as like a playable character, a collectible playable character, logistically, I don't see that happening.
Yeah,
with him on the screen, you know what I mean? Yeah. Just like, I think that's the reason that Droidekas haven't made it either. I think that'd be just hard to put into battle or on the screen or just scale it right.
I don't know. I mean, that definitely is from an artwork point of view, that could be something. I don't know. I mean, then you have Grievous. They shrink his model down so it looks like he's tinier than an Ewok or something. I don't think. I mean, I could see why you're saying that, but I don't know if that would limit them from doing so. But yeah, I could see how that would be an issue. Kind of like I'll never expect a Death Star to be one of the playable capital ships because trying to fit a Death Star on the screen, it would take up the whole phone screen when you're doing a ship battle. But other than that, you guys let us know down below. What do you guys think with the whole speculation? What do you think is coming out this August? But any last words, Mobile Gamer, before we take off here?
888 CT888 is coming to the game. You heard it here first. Confirmed.